This video is a replay of the Double Up Trivia for June 14th, 2020. While this video just contains the questions and answers, the live event, which streams Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/yearofglad, features live scoring and competition among teams. Rounds 1 and 2 each have 8 questions. During the actual live trivia event, teams will complete answer sheets and submit them at the end of each round. The value of each question is determined once all answers are submitted. The value is based on the difficulty as determined by the number of correct answers for each question. So it is a truly dynamic scoring system that depends on each quiz's individual participants. Also, teams get to double the value of 1 question per round. For the video replay, I'll read the question and then pause for a few seconds. If you want more time to think about the question, simply pause the video playback. Each question will be followed by its answer. In the live event, teams would see all 8 questions and submit their answers before seeing the actual correct answers. Round 1, question 1. A bookmaker's fee for accepting a wager is referred to as the vig. What word is vig short for? And for this question, I required correct spelling. Usually spelling is not a concern. And the answer is vigorish, which most likely comes from Yiddish slang and ultimately from a word meaning winnings or profit. Round 1, question 2. What TV show, hosted at various times by Joe Theismann and Larry Zonka, featured people with pseudonyms including Gold and Jade? And the answer is American Gladiators, which has had 2 runs so far and is reportedly being developed for a 3rd run. Round 1, question 3. The abbreviation BBS refers to a syndrome caused by speaking or singing outside of a person's normal vocal range. The abbreviation comes from the fact that the disorder can result in men and women sounding like what married actor and actress, respectively, who made several films together? And the answer is Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Round 1, question 4. What play, considered by many to be the greatest work of German literature, was written in 2 parts and concerns a wager between Mephistopheles and God? And the answer is Faust, which is based on a legend surrounding a German alchemist named Faust who died around 1541. Round 1, question 5. What former band leader who appeared regularly on television for more than 30 years has also served as the musical director for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame every year since its inception and competed as the skeleton on Fox's The Masked Singer? And the answer is Paul Shaffer, who was also the musical director for the Blues Brothers performances and played keyboards for Robert Plant's group. Round 1, question 6. What compound word is missing from this list presented in ascending order? Scout, blank, second class, first class, star, life, eagle. And the answer is tenderfoot, which was first used to refer to the delicate feet of newcomers to ranching or mining areas. Round 1, question 7. What actor played an army officer named G. Lucas in 1979's Apocalypse Now? And the answer is Harrison Ford, who 2 years prior to the release of Apocalypse Now had appeared in Star Wars. Round 1, question 8. Head-cut portraits like the one of Xi Jinping at right, which use varying densities of small dots and lines to create shading, are most commonly associated with what publication? And the answer is the Wall Street Journal. This week, and moving forward, Double Up Trivia will have an additional round between rounds 1 and 2, a very brief round called Data Dash. The Data Dash round has 4 questions, each of which has a numerical answer. During the actual live trivia event for this week, teams gave answers for all 4 questions in less than 2 minutes. Teams would receive 4 points if their answer was within 5% of the correct answer, and 2 points if it was greater than 5%, but no more than 10% from the correct answer. And the Data Dash questions for this week. Number 1, when countries are ranked by population, with 1 being the most populous country, what rank is Kenya? Number 2, how many words make up the text of Allen Ginsberg's poem Howl? Number 3, how many members are in the Baseball Hall of Fame? And number 4, how many songs did Aretha Franklin have on the Billboard Hot 100 in her career? And the answers for all 4 Data Dash questions for this week. Kenya is 27th in population. Allen Ginsberg's Howl has 2,900 words. There are 333 members of the Baseball Hall of Fame, and Aretha Franklin had 73 songs in the Billboard Hot 100. And there you can see also the ranges that would have earned teams 4 points and 2 points. Unfortunately, none of the teams scored any points. I think this round was a little bit too difficult, so moving forward with the Data Dash round, teams will simply be ranked on how close they are to the correct answer, with the closest team earning 4 points, the next closest 3 points, 2 points, 1 point in any team. Beyond that will not earn any points. So that is this week's Data Dash. Round 2 works exactly like round 1, with scoring based on the question's actual difficulty, and with each team having the ability to double the value of 1 question. Round 2, question 1, not counting the word college. 2 of the colleges, known as the Seven Sisters, have 2-word names. What are both colleges? And the answers are Bryn Mawr and Mount Holyoke. The other Seven Sisters schools are Vassar, Wellesley, Smith, Radcliffe, and Barnard. Round 2, question number 2. What word, the name of the art movement to which the piece belongs, has been removed from the smoke cloud at the end of the gun in Edoardo Paolozzi's I Was a Rich Man's Plaything at right? And the answer is pop. It was one of the first pieces of pop art and the first one to use the actual word pop in the art itself. Round 2, question 3. A modern-day version of a palimpsest is what toy which consists of a glass screen coated with aluminum powder that is scraped away to reveal the darkness within? And the answer is an Etch-a-Sketch. A palimpsest is a writing medium from which writing has been partially or completely erased and then reused. Round 2, question 4. The process of melting butter and allowing the components to separate, then collecting the butter fat, results in butter typically described using what adjective and also known as ghee? And the answer is clarified. In industrial processes, usually they use a centrifuge to separate and collect the components of the butter. Round 2, question 5. There are 5 countries in the world with full names that include all 5 vowels, including the United States of America. 3 of the other 4, including the one with the shortest name, are all located on the same continent. What is the country with the shortest name that includes all 5 vowels? And the answer is Mozambique. The other 3 countries with all 5 vowels in their names are Democratic Republic of the Congo, Dominican Republic, and Equatorial Guinea. Round 2, question 6. The title character of a Herman Melville story who, when asked to make copies or do other tasks, replies, "I would prefer not to," has what titular profession? And the answer is scrivener. Bartleby the Scrivener, after refusing to work, is eventually sent to jail where he starves to death, preferring not to eat. Round 2, question 7. What NBA player claimed, even after 6 years in the league, that Michael Jordan had never dunked on him? which led Jordan to dunk on him in a 1997 game and then mockingly use the player's own signature gesture, resulting in a technical foul? And the answer is Dikembe Mutombo, who would routinely give a finger wag to players after blocking their shots. And round 2, question 8. According to some sources, what person rose to power after killing his brother Bleda around 445 AD, perhaps in retaliation for Bleda attempting to kill him? And the answer is Attila the Hun. The history of Attila is difficult to ascertain. The only complete sources about his life were written by enemies of the Huns. And that completes round 2 and brings us to round 3. For round 3, the teams are given a category with approximately 10 answers. Each team submits exactly 5 answers, and those answers are scored based on how common or rare they are. The rarer the answer, based on the actual responses from all the teams, the more points. And here is this week's round 3 final question. 10 books are listed below: The Pale King, The Man Who Would Be King, A Clash of Kings, The Joy of Cooking, Oedipus Rex, The Snow Queen, Queen, The Story of an American Family, The Queen of the Damned, The Little Prince, and The Princess Bride. And teams had to name 5 of the 10 authors of these books. And the 10 answers for this week's round 3. Alex Haley wrote Queen, The Story of an American Family. Sophocles wrote Oedipus Rex. Hans Christian Andersen wrote The Snow Queen. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry wrote The Little Prince. A Clash of Kings is by George R.R. Martin. The Queen of the Damned is by Anne Rice. The Pale King is by David Foster Wallace. Rudyard Kipling wrote The Man Who Would Be King. Irma Rombauer wrote The Joy of Cooking. And William Goldman wrote The Princess Bride. Thanks for watching this replay of Double Up Trivia. Future replays will be posted on this channel, but please come join the actual live event, streaming every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/yearofglad. There's no cost to play and no prizes. Just show up, see what you know, and learn something new. Thanks for watching.